Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. We talked the whole night through. Good morning. Good morning to you and you and you and you. And why is this camera move again? Okay. I swear to you, I don't move the camera, and then every time I'm here, it moves. Ibanez, look at your work. Look at your wonderful work, Ibanez. Look at your wonderful work. Everybody tells me how much they love my tattoos. And of course, they love them because you made them and you made them so wonderfully. For those who always ask me, who is your tattoo artist? Ibanez 773. IBANEZ 773 on Insta. Get yourself a nice tattoo. Anyway, Blue Witch presents Coffee Break with Laura González. That's me, Laura González. And today we're going to do tarot for the weekend. So we have the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot. We are going to mix in some oracles. So we're going to do the Gospel of Aradia oracle. And then we have, it's a bit of Hocus Pocus. The Hocus Pocus tarot as well. It's a bunch of Hocus Pocus, right? Is a line. It's a bunch of Hocus Pocus. And we're gonna mix in the Don Miguel Ruiz oracle. Yeah, can you believe it's 5 years old? Almost to the day. 5 years old that you did this. Two babies. And this, oh, you can't see them. Where are they? There it is. The goddess and the god right here. Abby. Hello, Abby. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Did I already say Blue Witch presents Coffee Break with Laura González? I don't even know what I'm doing. Salud. Great to see you as well, Abby. How you doing, my friend? Let's start with the 4 agreements from Don Miguel Ruiz. Pain is great. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, the tattoos were done by Ibanez, who's here on the chat on Instagram. And I'm excited because every other time somebody asks me, who did your tattoos? And I run and I tell people who did them. It was my friend Ibanez. And I always tell them, Ibanez, he is so young and he is this talented. Can you imagine when he's older? Where are you 5 years older, my friend? Hello, Rubio Rosa. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, first card for today. Out of the agreements, be impeccable with your word. Replace fear with love. Be impeccable with your word. Replace fear with love. The human mind is like a fertile ground where seeds are continually being planted. When you are impeccable with your word, your mind is no longer fertile ground for the words that come from fear. Your mind is only fertile for the words that come from love. The human mind is like a fertile ground where seeds are continually being planted. When you are impeccable with your word, your mind is no longer fertile ground for the words that come from fear. Your mind is only fertile for the words that come from love. All you need is love. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, we need love, but we also need good leaders. We need respect for everybody. We need equal rights. So yeah, all we need is love and equal rights. You know, it's all a bunch of hocus pocus. Let's see what the hocus pocus tarot has for us today. It's been a long time since we used this tarot deck. So let's see what the ladies from the hocus pocus. International Peace Day. Today is International Peace Day. I didn't know that. Huh. That is incredible. If today is International Peace Day and we have a card that says peace, we are attuned with what's happening on the planet, I guess. All right, let's see what the ladies from the Hocus Pocus have for us today. We will pull one card of this. Come on. And we have, oh, I can't, the Nine of Lighting, which will be an equivalent to the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords is talking about some kind of disappointment, some hard truths coming to the light, some difficult. Oh, look at that. I matched the card perfectly. Somebody take a screenshot. Ah! So this is whatchamacallit, disappointment, waking up from a nightmare just to realize that you are in the nightmare, kind of like where we are right now. And yeah, is that confrontation with reality that is kind of like cake in the face. However, remember that it's better to have a cake in the face knowing that the cake is coming so you can duck than to have no warning. And it's not like I'm always trying to find a silver lining, because sometimes there is no silver lining on things. However, in this case, the Nine of Lightning is enlightened in us. You know, there is light around some murky, deceiving, disingenuous people, places, or situations around us. So yes, it might be painful. Yes, it's disappointed. Yes, it's kind of like a drag, bad drag, not a drag queen, but a drag. And it's better to know and to be aware. So be aware over the weekend. Open your eyes so you can see things coming. Now, that doesn't mean you're gonna be weary waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're just gonna be conscious of, are their shoes dropping, and in which direction are they dropping, and am I on the general vicinity of a shoe dropping place? You know what I mean? Like, just be conscious of things and where they may be. For those who are wondering, what am I doing for the month of October? Andrea and I have been working on the calendar today, and I'm happy to inform you that we're going to have the Cihuateteoh, the Colonizing the Goddess class, Ixcuinan-Tlazolteoth, on the 12th of October. On October 13th, we have two events. One is live, one is pre-recorded. So I invite you to come to the live one and then watch listen to the pre-recorded. We're going to be live doing a very short, the 30-minute class on origin and traditions of the Day of the Dead for October 13th. And on the same October 13th at 7 o'clock, they're both at 7 o'clock, you can start listening to Lunatic Mondays. I'm going to be interviewing Judika Ellis, about her new Oracle deck, which is going to be very interesting. A very good podcast with Judika. And then, of course, by the end of the month, we're going to have the community circle, just like we're going to have it on this Sunday, this coming Sunday is community circle. I'll tell you a little bit more about community circle in a minute. Let's do our second oracle for today. What do we have for today? Today is Friday. What are you all drinking? I have my coffee. I haven't had water today. Coffee, cereal, coffee. Which is weird. Okay, let's see what the Gospel of Aradia has for us today. We have reconciliation. I'm not sure I'm ready for that, but if you are, reconciliation is the message for today. OPQR, reconciliation. And it reads, there is a difference between reconciling and continuing a relationship with one whose energy is unforgiving. Reconciliation takes energy and willingness on both sides. Take time to heal. Forgive yourself. Bringing the disparate together is not an easy task. The rough to the smooth, the truth to the mask. Bringing two wills to accord, two hearts to simpatico. To find peace in the reunion, the trust is true reconcilio. I don't know how she rhymes simpatico with reconcilio, but that's the rhyme that she wrote. There is a difference between reconciling and continuing a relationship with one whose energy is unforgiving. Reconciliation takes energy and willingness on both sides. Take time to heal. Forgive yourself. Bringing the disparate together is not an easy task. The rough to the smooth, the truth to the mask. Bringing two wills to accord, two hearts to simpatico. To find peace in the reunion, to trust is the reconcilio. So there you have it. They are telling us to reconcile. Hello, my dear Rosa Posada. How are you? How are you, my love? Oh, Rosa, you're going to be so excited about the classes for next year. The classes for next year are going to be so amazing. I cannot announce it yet, but we have it. It's planned. We're going to have a series of classes for 2026. We're still going to be teaching indigenous wisdom and knowledge, but we're going to go deeper into the indigenous knowledge. And Rosa Posada, you are going to love those classes. I know you will. Rosabald and what? Leather. Rosa Asbald and hand the leather. Enchanted leather? There you go. Enchanted leather. Jesus. Rose Asbald, enchanted leather. That's a mouthful. Welcome. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. All right. So I was telling you about the community circle. We're going to have it this Sunday. Now, you want to hear something funny? Somebody sent me a private message a few days ago, and they asked me, hey, Laura, do you know anybody that does community circles? And I'm like, I do. She lives in my head. I've been doing community circles for 5 years. So we are inviting you to come to our online community circle. Fourth Sunday of the month. And our community circles are designed for us to come together, to witness each other, to hold space for each other. They are not recorded. They are extremely confidential. And all we do is hold space for each other. We're not there to give therapy. We're not there to give advice. We're not there to fix people. We are just there to sit together and speak what's on our mind. When I'm on a community circle, I'm not even like leading the conversation, you know. I give prompts and I kind of facilitate the space, but I participate actively on them. I have found more healing on the community circles than in anything else, really. And I started doing them during the pandemic because of the pandemic, and then I just continue doing them, and I still do them. And they're very intimate, you know, because apparently people don't know I do it. So they are usually very intimate, and then they are also very intimate, very deep, very, you know. And they are offered on a sliding scale basis. So you can pay $13, you can pay $20, you can pay $26, whatever your possibilities allow you. And it balances out every time, you know, because there's somebody that will pay 26 and somebody that will pay 13, and that balances out very, very nicely. Um, oh, thank you, Marissa. Marissa says, I love the Jack Skellington mug and started putting the baby in a Jack and Zero onesie for the season. Yay! We need photos of baby on Jack onesies. So come to the community circle, friends, and, you know, have a taste of healing and a taste of community healing. The Blue Witch community, the circle, community healing, the community that gets together, you know, and you can find that and everything else on bluewitch.org. Let's see what our last Jack Skellington, Nightmare Before Christmas, tarot cards. I'm making faces because they are hard to pick. They're sticking to each other. All right, I pulled 2 cards for our last tarot pull of today. And we have, interesting. We have Strength Reverse. Strength Reverse is one of the many characters of Nightmare Before Christmas. The Strength Reverse. And we also have the Ace of Candles. Ace of Candles. So what we have right now in these 2 cards is a call for action. You know, it's very interesting because they are, the first couple of cards are telling us about dialogue, forgiveness, peace, but also to recognize and to honor or anger, right? Because a lot of us are angry, and it's a very instinctive thing that happens when the card of strength reverses itself. It's telling us like, yeah, I'm going to be mindful. Yeah, I'm going to be understanding. Yeah, I'm going to do all the things, and I'm going to forgive, and I'm going to stretch across the lane and have a two-way conversation. But I'm also going to honor that I'm angry for reasons, that I'm upset, that I have this fire building on me. Because when you are disappointed, when you are being deceived, when you are being taken for a ride, it's okay to be angry. Colonizer religions will have us believe that being angry is a sin, but colonizer religions are created to oppress people, and systems of oppression are constantly telling us not to be too egotistical, not to be too proud, not to be angry, and just to be um, oh, what is the word? Not demure, but God, I can't remember. Submissive. Submissive. And there is only one place where I will be submissive, and it's not in my life, if you know what I mean. Anyway, this took a turn to the hi cannabis, cannabis eatery. So the card of strength reverse is telling us, you know, you can be peaceful, but you don't have to be submissive. You can be peaceful and honor your anger. You can be peacefully angry, because anger, as joy, as pride, are very human emotions. And there is no wrong emotion. Just period. They don't exist. Emotions are here to communicate and to give us information. With that said, we end up today, and I'm very happy to end up with the Ace of Wands. I love that is the hand of the vampire. Matching my mug. To say that I'm obsessed with Nightmare Before Christmas is the understatement on the center. So, Ace of Wands, which is telling us we have the full potential to create and manifest change. Change, creativity, sexuality, fire energy. Fire energy. So we have an ace and fire. And that ace of fire is telling us, burn it. Burn it. Transform it creatively. Change the thing that you don't like. And right now, you are inspired, you are fired up, and you have the ace of wands, the ace of fire, or in this case, they call it the ace of candles, to bring about that transformation. Be an alchemist, be a magician, and transform the things. And it's okay if you tap into your divine anger to make changes. Because, friends, we are very worried and concerned about changing the world. And the first world that we ought to change is the one inside. Decolonize, restructure, deconstruct, transform, heal, stir the cauldron, change the ingredients, change the external energies. Big transformation for this weekend. What are y'all on? I'm home doing nothing. No, I'm home knitting. But yeah. Anyway, please take a stroll to bluewitch.org, see what is going to happen in October. And if you like my work, now more than ever, know that I depend on tips. So, Venmo at bluewitch, Cashapp $0 bluewitch1, or Zelle bluewitch at bluewitch.org. And come to bluewitch.org, sign for the newsletter, sign for the classes for next month. Rosa, sign early for the classes, if you will. And I'm saying Rosa because Rosa, you know why I'm reminding you, Rosa. Or go catch up with the recording from last week. Thank you. Pain is gray. Pain is gray. Pain is gray. I don't know how you pronounce your name. Anyway, have a wonderful, wonderful, transformational, alchemical, peaceful, transformative, fiery weekend. Excuse me. And until we meet again, never forget that you are loved. Bye-bye.